One of them raise money for the freeway type movies. Oh, it's a guy on a horse up there? It wasn't Florida after all. I was right. It was the Hollywood place. All right, here comes another sure terrific movie. It's going to be very enjoyable. It's going to be great. It's not going to be bad. It's going to be great. It is going to be awesome. Are we ready? Yeah. Sounds good. Oh. Oh. I have to edit this part out. Okay, here comes another one. Ow!
The challenging moments.
Another documentary or people talking movie. I don't know, some dialogue, but I want two characters on the screen.
The most challenging moment was when the Coal Canyon. No, let me start over. Recently,
You left that in. She obviously messed up.
Came in trying to protect and raise funds for the Coal Canyon biological corridor, and that consists of two parcels, one north of the freeway and one south of the freeway.
Oh, one of them raise money for the freeway type movies. We've all seen those.
We only had $1 million at that point toward it, and we wondered how on earth are we ever
That sounds so
raise
peaceful.
another $14 million
I like the way
at
people's
least
hair blow
to
in the
buy this
wind.
land. And over the course of the next 3 years, we ended
Kinda
up
like the
having to
waves.
raise $40 million. It was property that had been entitled, ready to build on. And
What was that, Erin Brockovich? She tried to raise money for something, right? That's what this lady's trying to do here. Maybe she would sell that fancy little necklace she's got there. Maybe she could raise some money. Got a very fancy shirt, stripes.
Work toward funding of that acquisition.
You know, it's one of those things. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. And I'm hoping she learns that lesson. I hope we all learn that lesson.
The acquisition of the other parcel of Coal Canyon biological corridor, the Mancha property. It was purchased for $2.5 million.
One of them Western movies.
To buy it for $13.5 million. It was right off the freeway, zoned commercial, and the developers wanted to put a hotel complex on it. And there were times when we only had a little bit of money. And Gary Hunden, my buddy,
yeah,
who made me
one of them rags to riches, Slumdog Millionaire type things we're doing here. I've never seen that movie, so I hope reference made any sense. I know the premises here. I've seen a lot of movies, and these are new ones that I've never heard of. But
so that was sort of the fallback position.
That may not be true.
That if we lost at least if we had taught state parks, it was going to be worth it in the long run.
All right, you gotta pay attention. Focus. Oh, close-up shot. Okay, changing scenes a little bit. Different tree in the background. Different little bit of bark, perhaps.
I have one more challenging moment. Do you want to hear it? Okay.
I do. We all do.
The most recent challenging moment came when an absolutely essential part of this whole wildlife corridor in the Puente Chino Hills was purchased by the City of Industries Redevelopment Agency with illegal funds. Even though conservationists had offered $1.5 million more for the property, it was sold to an urban development agency. So
I know about insufficient funds. I've seen that quite a bit, but not illegal funds. Illegal funds made by illegal fun? It's bad. Don't do illegal things.
Okay.
Right? Send the correct message here.
When we were looking for funding for Coal Canyon, it was non-existent. Park bond acts had been completely spent. The state park, or the
she didn't rehearse. See, you gotta appreciate actors like Steve Buscemi at this point.
The state bond act,
or
park bond acts had been
Russell
used
Cowell
up a long time ago, and the
and,
legislature had not allowed any more to
Jeremy.
go to the ballot.
Jeremy
So
Gold.
we came upon this idea
Sounds like an
of
actor,
doing
right?
what's called a member request, where a legislator puts in a request for a certain amount of funds for a specific
I think
project.
this was like a news
and that's what we did,
movie.
except rather
movie
than
about
having one
news.
legislator, we had
She's
a
into it.
coalition of
She's not
eight.
even
There
into
were 4
it.
Democrats and 4 Republicans, and
She's definitely not a method
Democrats
actress.
mostly came from Los Angeles
Oh,
County, including
getting
your
political
part of the
now.
Hills, and the Republicans came from
Always
our part,
ruins
from
movies,
Orange
in my
County
opinion.
and our part of the hills, and together we created this bipartisan, bicameral coalition that worked all toward the same goal of getting funds for Coal Canyon. And
I'm not
what's
following the story
at
of
least
this
to
one.
me
Sorry.
remarkable is that the Democrats
Doesn't help
in
that I'm
Los
talking
Angeles
through it.
understood how important Coal Canyon was to the health of their ecosystem, even though it was a good 20 miles away.
I don't even know what
And
any
they
of that
joined,
means.
with
Not any
us
of it.
and have been with us through thick and thin.
Come on. Come on. Give me something good. Give me something interesting.
There's more actually to that. I probably should go on.
I don't think me and
just
this
understand
character
it.
would get along.
We would get the member request.
Maybe.
The first one we got was in August of '97, and that just sort of opened the door. At the time, we said
Almost saw a
the
smile.
first million is
That was
always the
development
hardest
right
to get.
there.
Well,
Character development right
we
there.
just sort of made that up. We didn't know
Ah, see?
this leap of faith that we gave.
I knew
and
it.
Indeed, it was the hardest.
The plot
to get
is getting a
because
little bit better.
6 months later, we got another million from Orange County, and then we used that as building money to get grants, other grants.
Why are we
and
watching
matching
this?
Funds,
You ever
and
ask
slowly
yourself
just
that?
began to build, and it
I
began to
don't.
be a project that everybody wanted to be associated with because it was such an important global precedent that we were setting here at Coal Canyon in restoring an ecological error.
Ecological error.
And let's see, $65 million later.
Oh, I like when people do that.
That's more than the whole
Yesterday.
park cost.
Yep. Sometimes I like this. Move on, please. Something more to something interesting, perhaps. Yes? Yes?
Right.
Bring the other person at least on screen. Have some kind of back and forth.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Maybe we could have a bird in the background. You know, I'm not one to critique things, as you know.
Progress?
But perhaps a chipmunk, a squirrel. You could put them both on there. I wouldn't know the difference between a chipmunk or a squirrel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there is a difference. Maybe we just call them different things, like that woodchuck thing.
I've been coming to this land for 20 years, and in the course of state park ownership, there were no
Long-time fan of
willows
the
when we first
land.
came here because the grazing that had happened
Grazing. That
had eaten
happened.
all the shoots, and now they're 20 and 30 feet high. The sycamores that had all the young sycamores had also been eaten, so we only had 50 and 100-year-old sycamores. Now we have 20-year-old sycamores, and they're
Sycamores.
30 feet high.
No
State
more
parks has taken
sycamores.
active steps to do prescribed burns.
Can't you just feel that
which
wind?
will take
They
away
carry-
the non-native
pick that up pretty
species
good.
and restore the,
I like it.
the native grasses, which don't burn as easily, and native flowers, which are going to
Sorry,
spread
it
all
smells
over the
where I am
hills.
right now.
It's
So when
been
I breathed in, it
remarkable
was
to watch
bad.
The transformation of a landscape in just 20 years.
There's no wind noise on our mic. It's just
Oh, yeah. No wind noise on the mic.
we see it.
I'm hearing it, don't you worry, friends. And it sounds great. Yeah. Say something about, like, cereal. Like, what's your favorite cereal? Could you tell us that? I don't know. Maybe your favorite part of bubble wrap to pop? Most people go with the bubbles, but I bet there's other people who like the other parts. This is going to be interesting. Yep. Better say something interesting to keep your viewers, like, watching. Nope. You have to give her a line here, friend. Director, give her a line. She was asked to say something interesting, and I'm sure she could think of it. She looks like an interesting lady.
No, I have, yeah. there have been times when I've just decided to stop by the park. And
There were a
at
hardball
I remember
there.
one particular meeting where an old-timer came up and he
An old-timer?
He came back and he said, you know,
I don't know if you're allowed to
it's the
call
only
old-timers
place I
that.
recognize that was like what
There's
it
a
was when
burger
I
at
was a
Chili's
boy.
called the Old Timer, isn't there?
And sometimes I come here and I imagine what it
Chili's.
must have been like to have been a Juanino Indian who camped along this creek bed and
See, they should
used
cut now
the plants
to
and
the Indian
wildlife
like in the past. New sepia. Who doesn't like sepia? So you know you're looking at
and
something old timey in the
stewardship in
past.
mind.
And stewardships.
And I want to be
and
able
people
to
that are on
pass
airplanes
on
giving
to
you
my
peanuts.
grandchildren the thought that that is what we're supposed to be doing on this earth, is stewarding it well. And I want them to be able to see the
it's
same
not the
kind
people
of
in the
wildlife
airplanes.
that I
It
have
clearly
been able
must
to
mean
enjoy,
something
golden
else. And
eagles
here I
and
am,
deer and bobcat.
messing it up.
I've never seen a mountain
Bobcats?
lion. I'd love to someday.
Well, I'd love to see a mountain lion right now too. just
those for the
just come
future so that
onto the screen. I don't want it to attack you. I don't.
all up in our life.
They can attack me at this point. Is there a bobcat anywhere? A mountain lion? A cat? A pig? A dog?
It is.
Ghost?
It was.
Nothing. Nothing.
Kids rolling up the phone.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, bring that thing in. Let's get something else on screen. That caterpillar just showed up. I bet this lady's in Arizona or something with the sycamores. I've never seen a
water
sycamore and I've never
reservoir,
been to
right?
Arizona.
No,
Water is rising? Huh?
I think all of us that are working on the hills have the same vision in mind, and that is a completely connected backbone of open space that sits within an hour's drive
Open space.
of the most urban. Well, no, it's not
I
really.
don't like outer space
Well, I know
either.
it really wasn't. It wasn't getting to go in a rocket.
Ah, she's getting abducted? No.
Those of us that work
Keep
on
thinking
this
something
hillside
exciting can
system
happen every time it
from,
does that. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yorba Linda all the way to Whittier, we have the same
Whittier.
vision in mind, and that
She's
is a
out of the country
completely
then. Maybe this is
connected
Australia.
backbone of open space that sits in the most highly urbanized region on the planet. And in our particular case, it sits within an hour's drive of over half the state's population.
Be interested.
We want to see people using this land. We want kids to be able to come and
Gonna stay interested.
see,
Please get
sit
to
in the
something
shadow
else,
of
but I'm gonna stay interested.
of a tree and see birds and hawks and
Yeah.
things that they. I mean, these
I
kids
wanna
that
see birds, hawks,
I
anything.
know.
I wanna see a camel,
I
kangaroo.
just keep feeling like I'm going on and on and on, and it's too long.
Oh, you feel like you're going on and on, do you?
Okay.
You feel that way, perhaps?
Those
Mayhaps
of us who
you
are
are.
working on this
Whoever
hillside
wrote this
system
script is like a
throughout
Quentin
the hills
Tarantino
have the
type
same
thing.
vision in
Lots of
mind, and that is
dialogue.
a completely
I don't
connected
appreciate it, but later on I will
backbone
when
of
enough
open
people tell me
space
about
that
it.
sits in the most highly urbanized region in the planet. And for
I guess
us
these
in
are like
particular,
whenever you
there
see
are
these things, they're
over
always like
half
little
the
quick
state's
cuts.
population
But I
lives
didn't realize the
within an
person
hour's
would talk
drive
like this
of
much,
land.
and then it goes on to the
We
other
have
one. But this
kids
person's very good
who
at
have never
talking a
been to
lot.
the beach,
I gotta
who
say, I
have
gotta give
never sat
compliments,
on a
positive
branch on a
compliments.
tree,
This
who
person's very good at talking a
don't
lot.
know what a rabbit looks like in real life. We
Aw.
want them to come enjoy this open space because
they don't have rabbits in
parks and
Australia.
open space are places where
Nailed it.
people come together to reattach themselves to the earth and to each other. And it is an absolutely essential part of living in an
One day it's gonna
urbanized
happen to me
place
when I talk.
that you have access to places of beauty.
Yeah. You did good. Been watching this thing? Whoa! Look at that! Look at that! See? Broke character just a little bit.
Give the audience a personal impression.
Yep, give the audience, give them what they want. Give them what we came here for. Entertainment! And I haven't gotten it. And I paid good money for these movies. And I demand entertainment. I'm not getting it. That said it all.
Hillside system
I'm not
is-
getting entertainment.
It's a calliope of change. We have earthquakes,
I like it, though.
and
This is
floods,
good. I
and
like this.
landslides, and rivers,
Yeah.
and nature has created just this intricate system of niches where there's incredible diversity
And
of
say something like
life.
really exciting, not nature stuff.
Given
No more nature.
how precious this region is that way, we need to be really careful about eating up what's left, or we're going to be left with nothing but pathetic remnants. So we need to be
Pathetic
smart about where
remnants.
we put houses, and you don't put them in places that
Well
have such
said.
high value,
Pathetic remnants.
not only for their beauty, but for
I like when they say the title of the
They
movie in the
harbor
movie. I bet this is Pathetic Remnants.
creatures who have a right to be here as much as we do.
Oh, I made that face just now too. See? You're gonna do good. Keep saying things in words. Yeah, okay, you will. Yes.
Okay, and I'll just sort of say it.
Yeah, say it. Just say what you've been meaning to say about the pathetic
Started
remnants.
This whole thing by giving my phone number at a meeting of strangers.
That's not an okay
had
thing
no
to do.
idea it
You can
would
get soliciting,
basically become my life's
telemarketers.
work.
You don't want to just throw your
But
number out there. They're going to sign you up for
such
things.
that
You get a text.
once
You don't know who it is.
Start,
We think
it
somebody
became
that
like
we
a
do
child.
want to talk to got a new
You
phone,
can't
but
let
it's
it
you.
once you see people starting
Why'd
to
you give your
abuse
phone
it,
number out to strangers?
Or you watch it get neglected. You can't let go, and it just kept evolving into something more and more, and it kept inspiring me, and I still
Yeah.
feel to this day that it has given me far more in pleasure and joy
I'm happy
and
for you.
fulfillment than I have ever given it.
That is awesome.
And I have just not been able to let this child go.
You need to let the child go
Together
out of this
we've grown
pathetic
up.
remnants. What child are you letting go now? Giving your phone number out? You're letting children
I wish
go?
I could let it go.
You can!
On the table.
Believe in it! Give your phone numbers out to strangers. Just let it go! Hey, we got something new! Alright! An action scene. I don't have any glasses to put on, otherwise I would. Oh, no sound. I don't have that boat sound, but we got this fella again. He's all broken. Come on, buddy. Hey, how we doing? On the scale of good movies, how is it?
No, stop that further.
Not
It's
good.
so pretty. It's so fun.
Keep going.
Yeah, sound like you hear.
Oh, crunching and stepping things.
Go ahead.
How dare they laugh so much?
Well, when I put it up,
You can't hear it. Yeah.
They're talking about her?
I can just hear the music when I'm seeing the shot.
Alright.
There you go.
What are they saying?
Action.
Huh? No? We need some kind of western sound. This is gonna be like she's walking up, bam, you know, and the villain walks up all cool. Maybe she's not the villain though. Look at her. She's doing good. Look at that walk. Nobody wants you to fall.
You did fine.
Nobody wants you to fall. We want you to walk just fine. If you fall, it will be bad. Just walk to the camera. That's a little too close, perhaps. Oh, it's that's how they do it. These are behind the scene things. So, you know, when somebody just walks by the camera. I didn't realize that they had the person, I guess, when filming it, walk by the camera. Where'd they find a hornet's nest? A hill? What do they see? Let's see up there. What are you seeing? I'm not seeing no. Nope, just a leaf. Oh, it's a guy on a horse up there? Is it a guy on a horse? I think I see a guy on a horse. Could be a tree, or a leaf, or a guy on a horse. It's one of those things. How peaceful. Imagine sitting there right now, eating a bowl of Cheerios, thinking about your thoughts, reading your favorite book about socks.
Talk about the freaking light.
I like it. Oh, that's why that camouflage stuff works so well. Look, if somebody's wearing camouflage, they could be right there, or it could be a snake. Nature's an interesting thing. You may be hearing a pig right now. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I don't know. But there with your Cheerios, sitting there, reminiscing about life. The decisions you've made, the Lunchables you've had, the vending machines you didn't vend at. Oh, the aliens again.
Flare and everything.
Ah, that's how they get that shot. You ever seen that? It's breathtaking. I like it.
Yeah, I did. color natural.
Mm-hmm. Nice little cough in there. It wasn't like a nice little cough. Thinking about cough drops. Wonder if you can get blind looking at a video of the sun looking at you. Or the guy behind the camera. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. Maybe. It's kind of like it's strobe lighting, you know? I have to do that whole epilepsy warning thingy because of this little sunzine. Where'd the lady go? Whoa! I like that. That's kind of, you don't do that. Come on. Nobody wants to zoom in on somebody's nose. You're not going to use that. Looking so proud, and I like it. Very good pose. But they didn't get the audio going. Hey, you want to come watch this with me? No one ever comes and watches this with me. She's talking to herself.
I'm looking for the shop we did in Louisiana last year.
They all are.
Yeah, they are.
Huh. They all are, eh? They all are what? I want to do this.
Okay. How far do I go?
Basically like you're surveying the area. You can go all the way to like,
Yeah, survey the area. Give it your best surveying look. Look sturdy. You ever look sturdy? Look stable. There's a couple looks you could ask somebody to do. You know, got like look curious, look skeptical, look happy, look sad. Look.
Ethan.
Yes?
Ivan's here.
Wait a minute. When are you coming back? 9 o'clock.
Hi.
Don't be late.
Or what?
Oh, you.
okay, in action.
Oh, I missed that look thing. I'm back on leaves, on the poison ivy. 3 leaves, that's got to be poison ivy. Although they say that, and I've never seen poison ivy with 3 leaves. I see other things that I don't think are poison ivy, and I get poison ivy on me, so go figure, right? More walking shots.
There you go. And action.
Leaves! What did she keep saying before? The remnants? Bad remnants, leaves. Pathetic remnants? Oh no, piggy! No, okay. There's a pig around me though, for real. More of these walking scenes.
They talked their dad into buying all this stuff. Potato chips, and they invited about 12 neighbors, and they all came to Mom.
You didn't know the cameras were on. There's some of that behind the scene footage you could only get here. Potato chips and things.
About what you say to your kids.
You do? What are you saying to them? Say anything controversial? No one's listening. Come on, say things. Hello, Jolene. Oh no. Oh, Jolene, please don't knock down my stuff. I'm YouTubing. I'm trying to YouTube it. You can hang out back there, pig. Her name's Jolene. It's a pig.
You want some soda? By the way, I have soda and poppy seed muffins.
Poppy seed muffins! I've never had poppy seed muffins! Oh, this is like the intro thingy. I gotcha. I can make it. It'd be good for the trailer, for the movie. This is where they get them shots. In a world of poppy seed muffins and pathetic remnants comes one person ready to talk and look sturdy. Sturdy as a mountain. Beautiful grass. You just don't appreciate the world as you do through a camcorder footage, shaky cam movie. You ever wanted to watch found footage movies, you know? You look at them and you're like, these are going to be interesting. They're not. This found footage is not interesting. Turn this into a horror movie. So the people that got good found footage movies are those paranormal people. Who else? What's another good one? That one. They got a good one. That one. Shaky cam. They aren't even good shaky cams. They're very steady cams. I'm going to find a good one here. Oh. This is interesting. Isn't it calming in a way? Picture laying on your back out there, laying on a toy truck, looking up to the sky. You look at your companion next to you, and you ask him things about Twizzlers. She gets it. Poppy seeds. Be nice. You tie your shoe a little. You know what you do. I'm just glad we're sharing this moment together. Me and you. Nature. He's starting a fire with 2 rocks. Really roughing it, you know? Really roughing it. What are the odds of not seeing one animal? You could zoom in on an anthill. Ah, the old world. I bet this is what it was like back in 1993 or something. Let's eavesdrop, shall we? They caught us. Hold on, my top of my head sometimes looks like a bush. Or at least the silhouette of it. Maybe I need the shadow of it. Let me go back here and see if I look like a bush. Do I look like a bush? Or like a piece of grass or anything? I won't know. I won't get to see it till later. So hopefully that worked. Ay. Could have picked better content. Could have made game playthroughs or did real reviews, but I didn't. Instead I did this, instead I did that. Instead I chose to talk over found footage. Could have done this, I could have done that. Instead I chose to talk over found footage crap. Could have done this, I could have done that. Instead I chose to... Whoa! Righty! Woo! Here we are! Brand new scene!
You're in. Yeah, you're in. You're
You
out.
can play the car game. There's a car, there's a car. There's a... it's a truck!
You can go ahead and gesture back there like that.
Okay.
Try not
I've
to
counted 235 cars at least.
with your hand or
I wonder what she's doing here. This is the highway she wanted, right? It's all coming full circle now.
Underpass off the 91 freeway.
Yeah?
And as a result of the 2 acquisitions that have been made in the last 6 months,
Acquisitions,
we're
eh?
added to the state park. We're gonna take out the asphalt, take out the on and off.
Hey, lady.
native
PG-13.
habitat under the freeway,
Could be children
probably
watch.
realign the stream to
All right.
under the freeway, and we're going to use the
Who am I talking
vegetation
to?
that was grown in the state park stewardship of some state park. So what you see now will be very different in another year or 2 when the job is underway. And
It will be different.
wildlife will be channeled
We're gonna have
under the freeway instead
a
of
Buc-ee's there. Who
turning
doesn't
back
like
and
Buc-ee's?
having to go back home.
Could have a red box there. Does anyone else like red box?
That's good.
I like red
Do it
box.
again. Kevin, just go ahead and punch in.
Look at his hand!
A shot of that, and maybe
He needs to get that to the
around a
shot.
little
It's
bit
gonna ruin the
there.
movie. The found footage.
It's gonna be shooting that, so we're just gonna get a better audio.
Population. If you can read that, if you guys get better eyesight than me,
Tell us
I think it
about
says
everything
the
again.
Behind me is
Doctor.
the Cold Canyon underpass.
Grand
Hold on.
Brown Doctor. Population 3.
Right.
No, it's gonna be an exit 1 mile ahead or
I wonder why it
something.
was so bad.
It's not Blu-ray, so I can't zoom in. I was looking at that sign. Oh, you can't see which one I'm pointing to. That one, the top one, by CTI over there.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Seeing found footage in like a real thing, they get all the good ones. There should be a like, I don't want to say a wreck because I don't want nobody being a wreck or nothing like that, but I think at
Behind
least
me
be
is
something.
Coal
Mine is-
Canyon undercrossing under the 91 freeway in Orange County. And as a result of
Orange
the
County.
purchases that were made in the last
Florida.
6 months,
That's where
both
the
sides
oranges
of the
are.
underpass are now in state park ownership. The
No,
asphalt
Florida
under
has a
the
beach, not a mountain.
freeway
It's gonna be
undercrossing is going to
Hollywood.
be ripped up.
I think Orange County.
Sound barriers will be put up on the
movie
walls. The fences will be
cover
removed.
that I've
Native
never
habitat will be
seen.
restored using the plants that have been growing
I wanna stand
in the
next
state
to her
park
over
under
here.
the stewardship of those volunteers up there. And the on and off ramps will be taken out
could
and the stream bed restored.
really good if I just
So
green
it will
screen
go
and put
right under
myself
the
in there.
freeway. The
Now I'm just
wildlife
standing
will
next
be
to her,
able
like-
move from the forest to the state park and back again, the way they had been doing
back
for
again,
millions of years.
Back again.
Actually, it's more like thousands of years. But
It's more like thousands. You almost had it though. Don't worry.
right
we'll take another
behind
shot.
me is the Coal Canyon undercrossing under the 91 freeway in Orange County. As
She's
a
doing a
result of the
newscast.
2 big acquisitions in the last 6 months,
Big.
this land on both the north and south side of the freeway are in state park stewardship. And the plan
not
is to
busy.
rip
What's
up
the
the
problem?
asphalt, take out the on and off ramps, put up sound walls, take down the fence,
Is it because no one's driving on
and
it, or is it
restore
blocked
the
off or
area
something?
to native habitat using the plants that were grown in the state
Native
park and carefully
habitats.
cared for by state park volunteers. Now
That's
I'm going to
cool.
talk about the culvert.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I want to know about. Because there's a hole in that
between
fence. I was
state
looking at
park
that.
And the forest that has been acting as a link
What a
is
culvert.
an 8x8, two 8x8 culverts under
Uh-huh.
the freeway that the mountain lions
Shiny
use.
thing.
But the
You
mountain
guys see that?
lions
Look,
and
look.
bobcats are about the only critters that are
I mean,
using it.
of course it's up there. Everything's
It's
up there. But
not big enough for a deer.
I'm pointing to
So
it on my
this
screen.
biological corridor that we're
Little shiny thing.
reestablishing at the 91 freeway will now open up the free flow of
Wonder if
wildlife
it's-
movement
there's
for
not like one car. They're
creatures
all going
other
that
than
way.
mountain lions.
I saw a gray truck
Plants
going that
will
way.
come down from the forest, and all
Sorry,
sorts of
I got
wildlife
it.
will be able to move back and forth between the mountain system and the hillside system.
Yeah. That's cool. Good job. Nailed it. Bow. Mountains. Zip line thingy. I wonder where that power line's so low to the ground. There's got to be a zip line. No, that wouldn't be low to the ground. Neither would a power line, though. Huh. Beautiful. Nature.
B-roll.
The cul-de-sac!
This is your standard 8x8 tunnel of love for all the wild animals out here.
The Tunnel of Love? Oh. Yeah? Let's go. I want to go in there with this cameraman to the Tunnel of Love. He has a good time. We're having a good time. Come on. Go in there. You know who's in there. We all do. It's Pennywise, obviously. There's no
That
question about it.
concludes the tunnel of love shot.
Oh. Chino Hills State Park, Coal Canyon, California! Wasn't Florida after all. I was right. It was the Hollywood place. Coal Canyon, it has a logo of a bear, a bear, a bear. It's just standing there. Coal Canyon, we're going on a trip to the canyon, We sold it really to Mr. Buse. 602-234-5807. Sold to Mr. Buse. Mr. Buse. Takes a lot of people to, like closed captions, you know, it takes some people time to read. Call him Mr. Boost, 602-234-5807. That's it. Thank God. I paid money for this. Here. I'll just stop it all.